May please. My lord, I have informed the petitioner in respect of item 2 and 3. I have received, my lord, part information. The entire, my lord, instruction is likely to be received by evening today. So Monday being a holiday, lordship may take up on Wednesday. On that, I will place, my lord, and I will make my submission.
With the consent of the other side, Mr. S.K. Talukdar, Learned Standing Council Corporation Department submits that complete instructions will be received by him in these matters by today evening. First of, therefore, these writ petitions be posted for motion again on 11 and 4/10/2023.
Either interim order may be continued.
Interim order continue.
Prayer allowed. List the cases accordingly. Interim order passed earlier to continue.
Deeply honest.
I believe your lordship, on the item number 22 and 23, your lordship. Our name has not been shown, your lordship, so we missed the item, your lordship. So may I pray, matter may be taken up some other day, your lordship, taken the consent from.
You have taken the consent of the other side.
My lord.
With the consent of the opposite party, Miss R.M. Decker, Learned Standing Council, GST authorities seeks posting of this matter again after 2 weeks by reflecting her name in the cause list. Prayer allowed. Let the matters be listed accordingly. 2 items.
Obliged.
May it pleases your lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 37. Lordship, in this case, I am appearing for the respondent number 6. Lordship, we need 3 weeks further time to file affidavit in
You
opposition.
have informed the other side.
Yes, your lordship.
With the consent of Learned Counsel for the applicant, Miss
P. Hazarika.
P. Hazarika, Learned Counsel appearing for the OP respondent number 6. Prays for 2 weeks time to file,
3 weeks time.
3 weeks time to file
Affidavit in opposition.
affidavit in opposition. Prayer allowed. Let the matter be listed accordingly. Yes.
May it please your lordship, I beg to mention item number 32. I have
Yes.
taken the consent of the other side. I
I'm
need-
for respondent number 5, my lord. Respondent number.
Yes. What do you want? 32?
I need 2 weeks time to file an affidavit in reply, your lordship.
You are for the?
I'm for the petitioner.
The Learned Counsel for the writ petitioner 6, 2 weeks time to file a rejoinder affidavit in this case. First of Miss M. Sahiwala, Learned
PJ Sahewal.
P.J. Sahiwala, Learned Counsel for the respondent number 5 is present and does not have any objection if the prayer is allowed. In view of the above, let this matter be listed again. after
Interim
the,
to continue, your lordship.
Puja holidays. Interim order passed earlier to continue. In the meantime, the petitioner may file rejoinder. Interim order passed earlier to continue. Yes.
Highly.
Obliged.
May it please your lordship, item number 46 and 47, my lord.
Hmm.
With the consent of other party, we'd like to mention the case. Kindly adjourn the matter for 1 week, my lord.
Why 1 week?
Because we have to file one affidavit, they have filed one IA, and in this case, we have to file the objection, my lord.
On the request of Learned Counsel for the opposite party number?
No, I'm for the petitioner, my lord, US Bora.
No, you in the IA also you are for the petitioner.
No, I'm
Then?
not. I'm in the IA, I'm respondent, my lord.
Respondent writ petitioners made with the consent of the opposite party. This matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks so as to enable him to file objection. List the case accordingly. Yes.
Obliged.
46 and 47.
May it please your lordship, I beg to pray for listing this
Along with
matter.
item 47.
Lordship, I beg to pray before this honorable court for listing this matter, lordship, for admission.
After vacation. Put a
Yes.
date after. What is the matter?
Lordship, illegal encroachment of our land, lordship.
After vacation. Yes.
Lordship,
After vacation, put a date. Yes.
another matter is pertaining to violation of municipal laws, lordship.
After vacation. Yes.
It is from motion item 1.
Yes.
May I please, your lordship?
Hmm.
Lord, this is the matter, my lord, regarding that the pregnancy of the petitioner number 1, my lord, due to the Lord rape incident, my lord. Now, my lord, we want to terminate the fetus, my lord. It is within the termination.
So your client has to first appear before the medical board
My lord,
to be constituted by the
by the,
principal of Guwahati High Court.
Yes,
my
Guwahati.
medical college.
When will she appear?
my lord, by immediately, my lord, because the time is
It
running.
can be done on lordship.
out.
First lordship Saturday. First.
Heard Mr. A.R. Bhuya, Learned Counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. There are 2 writ petitioners.
Yes, my lord,
Husband and wife.
husband and wife, my lord.
Who are the husband and wife?
My
Good stuff. By filing this writ petition, a prayer has been made
Termination.
for permitting medical termination of pregnancy of the
Fetus,
petition-
my lord.
fetus of petitioner number
Number one, my lord.
one, who is a rape victim. First of, Mr. Upamanyu, Learned Standing Council, Health Department, Assam submits that before taking any decision in the matter, the petitioner number one would have to be examined by a medical board constituted in accordance with law. It is also the submission of Mr. Upamanyu that if the petitioner appears before the medical board on first is a Sunday,
First,
you do it on third.
Third, my lord.
yes, Lord.
Third October 2023, she will be examined by the board. Thereafter, she will be examined by the board. As such, and on the request of the Learned Standing Council Health Department Assam, this matter is hereby posted again on 4th of October 2023.
My lord.
The petitioner to appear before the medical board to be constituted by the principal of Guwahati Medical College Hospital at Guwahati
At 11 AM.
Huh?
11 AM, Lordship, on
at
At-
11 AM on 3rd October 2023. A copy of this order be furnished to Mr. Upamanyu during the course of the day. Mr. A.R. Tyrwheeler, Learned Council,
I am appearing on behalf of RDB, Learned Series.
is present on behalf of the respondent number one. List accordingly. And Mr. H. Sharma for the state, government additional senior government advocate. Assam.
My lord.
Phone number notes 1, 3, 4 and 5.
Yes, it's 1, 3, 4 and 5.
Lordship, contact number to be provided by the petition.
The
Yes,
petitioner
sir.
council
that we
will
can-
provide particulars of the petitioner number
Detail.
one, along with contact number
Yes.
to Mr. Upamanyu during the course of the day.
My lord.
Highly obliged.
Obliged.
Item 4.
Please, Lordship, limited prayer, my lord. My lord, the petitioner is a landless lady, and my lord, since 1985 occupied the, my lord, government land. And my lord, afterward, my lord, two firm has also confirmed her position. Now, Lordship, only prayer is the page 53. I've applied for, my lord, a conversion of this government into Myadipata, and Lordship, if Lordship pass a direction within 1 month, the application will be disposed of by giving us hearing. It will be, my lord.
Yes, what do you say?
Well, I appear for the petition, probably that's.
Page 53, consideration.
Lordship,
Yes, what do you have to say?
Lordship.
Take down. The writ petitioner herein is admittedly in possession of a plot of Sarkari land measuring 1 kata 10 acres situated at Uruvadi, covered by Dag number. What is the Dag number of the land?
My lord, the Dag number of the land, my lord, I have mentioned
Where?
in my application, my lord.
In the
Madam-
writ petition, where have you mentioned?
My lord, page 51,
In the writ petition, where have you mentioned?
I'm.
আইডিয়া নেকি মই দেখা নাপাওঁ দেখোন
My lord, I'm,
পেৰাগ্ৰাফ 2 নাই
my lord, document I have enclosed, my lord.
No, there is no pleading.
My lord, I'm good.
We'll dispose it off, but there will be no interim
My-
protection.
my-
Without the mention of that number in the petition, there will be no interim protection.
my lord. Just give me 2 minutes, time.
Pass over.
Item 5.
May I please your lordship? May I kindly pass over the matter for the time being? Mr. Sharma is legs in another court.
I have received instruction from the deputy commissioner saying that he is bereft of powers to accede to the request.
He is,
He is bereft of powers to accede to the request of the bank,
who is bereft of power?
the deputy commissioner.
Acha, but he has done it.
He has not done it.
Who has done it?
If it is them. Deputy commissioner is not doing it.
So you say the DC has asked you. The DC says, I don't have the power.
Lordship, Mr. Sharma will be appearing in this matter.
Yes, call him.
Yes.
11, I'll take up this matter and set it aside if he's not around. Mr. Sharma, you can have a look at this instruction also. Yes,
Item 6.
My please lordship.
yes.
My lord, the petitioner, my lord, he filed an application for demarcation of land, my lord. And it has been dragging, my lord, after notice after notice.
Mr. R. Ali, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Petitioner is agreed by non-consideration of his application for demarcation of land. Then on 4 weeks since Miss G. Hazarika learned SC Revenue has accepted notice for respond number 1. Mr. Sharma for respond numbers 2 and 3. No formal notice is required to be sent to receive respondents. Extra copies dispatched by registered post with ID for service of notice upon respond number 4. Yes.
Item 7.
We'll have to issue notice at this stage.
My lord, there is some difficulty in
Hmm.
annexure 6 million.
Hmm.
Where the proposal has been sent to the government million. If the proposal is executed, then will be ousted from the land. Million.
What is the proposal? Let us see.
It is at page annexure 6 at page 61 and relevant portion is page 68 million. Page 68 million.
Yes.
The last proposal million is last page paragraph 17 million, proposal number 17. That is the issue before your lordship million. Allotment in favor of BSc Nursing College and Paramedical Institute. Doc number 272. That is our land million. It is in our possession million for long, 40-50 years million. And that land itself is on agricultural land million. And the conversion of agricultural land to non-agricultural land by statutory provisions million. I have already mentioned in paragraph 22 million, and books also I'm supplying to your lordship.
Yes, what do you have to say, Mr.?
And this is lordship, I have to obtain instructions.
All right, heard
because-
Mr. Asif Barpatra Gohai and senior counsel instead by Miss S. Barpatra Gohai, Mrs. S. Barpatra Gohai, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate appearing for the state. The writ petitioner hearing claims to be in possession of a plot of agricultural land measuring 15 bigha 3 cutters 18 lesses covered by Dag number 272 of Moza Nahar Bari, Ghatua Pathar Gaon in the district of Sonitpur, Assam. First up, according to the projection made in the writ petition, the petitioner has been cultivating the said plot of land since past 40/50 years for earning his livelihood and has also submitted application under Mission Vasundhara scheme, within quotes, Mission Vasundhara scheme on 11/11/2022 for allotment of the land in his favor. First up. However, aggrieved by the proposal made by the District Commissioner Sonitpur proposing allotment of the land in favor of BSc Nursing College and Pharmaceutical Institute. The petitioner has approached this court contending that if the proposal is implemented, the same would denude the petitioner of his claim over the plot of land. First up, Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate, Assam, plays for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 6 weeks, since Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue, has accepted notice for respond number 1 and Mr. Sharma for respond numbers 2 to 6. No formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental counsel requisite in numbers so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Heard on the prayer of interim relief. Having regard to the overall facts and circumstances of the case, it is hereby provided that status quo as regards the land in question be maintained till the returnable date.
My lord. My lord, I have got similar matters, my lord. Item number 8, 12, 13, and 14, my lord. Same cause of action, my lord, same subject matter.
8, 12, 13, and 14. See the land area is same.
The same area, my lord.
So then you
That
two
number
work
is also same,
jointly in possession. Same order you passed.
but we have individually filed a writ petition, my lord, for the.
List along with list along with list. Along. Yes.
Item 9.
May I beg?
Yes.
My lord, the petitioner people lordship is an Anganwadi worker, my lord. And her Anganwadi center building has been encroached by respondent number 10, my lord, a private person, my lord. And the petitioner is helpless now.
No, the petitioner cannot in her individual capacity come. Anganwadi worker doesn't have any right. She is a worker. Let her represent before the social welfare department.
My lord, she has filed representation, my lord.
They will look into it. If they are not
My
concerned,
lord, yeah, my lord.
how can you individually come to the court alleging encroachment?
No,
This
my
is
lord.
not your private center.
My lord, she has filed separate representation before
She
the,
doesn't have any right. We can't direct. We cannot direct. What is her private right?
she is the, my lord,
You
Anganwadi
file a
worker.
suit. Go and file a suit. Not a case of writ petition. Had Mr. A.R. Talukdar and counsel appearing for the writ petition, perused the amendments made in the writ petition. After going through the statements made in the petition, this court is of the opinion that the petitioner does not have any individual right capable of being enforcement in this writ petition. Therefore, by granting petitioner leave to approach the civil court, if so advised, this writ petition stands closed. It would also be open for the official respondents to look into the matter if deemed appropriate. Mr. H.K. Sharma, learned additional government advocate Assam appearing for respond numbers.
That's one numbers, lordship.
Miss.
2, 3, 4
S score for
Respondent number 1, 5, and 8.
1, 5, and 8 and Miss.
and 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Petitions to be disposed of. Yes.
Item 10.
Yes.
My lord, earlier the demarcation was not done because my lord, admittedly that power of attorney was withdrawn. My lord, that was sought to be misused. That was under that circumstance, it was withdrawn. Now, my lord, the fresh power of attorney has been given. So based on that, let the circle officer take a call. At page 43 is the new power of attorney, my lord. He has done it in Patna, my lord. Only, my lord, the identification and demarcation of the land and updation of the revenue records.
We'll dispose it off. Where is the application representation? Page number?
My lord, there is no application. The proceeding is pending. Only because earlier, if your lordship would kindly come to page number 41, earlier it was not done. If your lordship would kindly come to page 42.
Mr. Chaudhary, we understand it
Yes.
can be done, but you have to file a fresh
Otherwise,
application.
new representation is there, page 54.
Page 54.
Yes.
Take down, heard Mr. K. N. Chaudhary and his senior counsel, accepted by Mr. M.
Malakar.
M. Malakar, learned counsel appearing for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, appearing on behalf of the respondent numbers 2 and 3. Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue and Disaster Management Department Assam, appears for respondent number 1. Full stop. The writ petitioner herein had earlier submitted an application before the respondent number 3 for demarcation of the land and for correction of revenue records. However, since the power of attorney executed in his favor was revoked in the meantime, the learned circle officer did not act upon such application. Subsequently, the owner of the land has issued a fresh power of attorney in favor of the petitioner, pursuant whereto he had submitted another application dated 18/8/2023 before the respondent number 3. Full stop. Since no action has been taken on the said application for demarcation of the land in question and also for survey of the land, is it?
Yes.
Demarcation and survey of the land in question, the instant writ petition has been filed. Mr. Sharma, learned G. Assam submits that if that be the only grievance of the petitioner, the writ petition can be disposed of with a direction, with a suitable direction at the stage of motion hearing. In view of the above, without expressing any opinion on the merits of the claim of the petitioner, I dispose of the writ petition by directing the respondent number 3 to examine the papers submitted by the writ petitioner along with the fresh power of attorney, and thereafter take appropriate application on the basis of his prayer made by representation dated 18/8/2023. Bracket Annex 11 to the writ petition. With the above observation, writ petition stands closed.
Item 11.
May it please your lordship. Lordship, in this case, lordship, regarding the quantum of the compensation, lordship, the tower has been installed on the land of this petitioner, lordship. Till date, only 27,773 has been paid, lordship.
What is the quantum estimated compensation?
Lordship, as per this petitioner claim 25 lakhs, lordship.
No, has it been determined?
No, that one, sir, they have said only, they have paid only 27,773, lordship.
So you are not happy with the
No,
compensation?
yes.
You have to go to the reference, ask for a reference. Writ court will not decide.
And lordship, this.
Yes, that's the law. You have not read it. You get
Mr.
time
Lordship-
Wednesday to come prepared.
Lordship judgment
close
is
the
there,
matter.
civil court is there, civil.
Mr.
court-
Chaudhary, you want me to pass the order today or
Yes.
you want to examine the law?
I have to check.
You want to check? All right. On the request of Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioner, let this matter be listed for motion again in the next meeting. Check the law. The writ court cannot determine what is the compensation. So in any case, we are going to close it. For your betterment and your client's betterment, read the law once. That will enable you to make proper submission before the court.
Otherwise, lordship judgment is there, civil court, you can approach the civil court also, lordship.
You do it. You
Yes,
go through the judgment and come prepared.
Yes, lordship, that judgment.
You want it to be closed today?
Yes, lordship, it's lordship direction, lordship.
How, what is he saying? He is going to create problem for his client, Ms. Sharma.
Otherwise,
In
lordship.
a compensation matter, he is, there is some statutory provision available.
Indeed, my lord.
Can you assist the court if he is not willing to do it? Can you tell me which is the provision?
Section, lordship, as per Telegraph Act, lordship, section 10D, lordship, that compensation can be,
Then you go to the civil court.
then, lordship,
You withdraw and go to the civil court then.
if direction, lordship, given.
Direction to go to civil court.
Yes.
Why?
lordship.
Why
I leave
not
it, to lordship, I leave it. to-
Heard Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. The petitioner's grievance is that adequate compensation has not been paid to him for establishing the Telecom tower
Yes,
over his land.
yes,
According to Mr. Chaudhary, the amount of rupees 27,000 paid to his client as
yes.
compensation is highly inadequate and therefore infringes upon the right of the petitioner. Full stop. Ms. S. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam, on the other hand, submits that there is a statutory provision for approaching the civil court seeking better compensation, and therefore the writ petition is not maintainable. At this stage, Mr. Chaudhary seeks leave of this court to withdraw this writ petition with liberty to approach the civil court by filing appropriate petition, including jurisdiction under section 2.
Section 10D of Telegraph Act
Section 10.
1885.
Bracket D, bracket close of 1885.
Yes,
Prayer allowed. If appropriate petition oblique application is filed by the petitioner before the learned civil court, the same be considered and disposed of on merit after due service of notice upon the opposite parties.
I leave.
Uh, disposed of on merit in accordance with law after due service of notice. of-
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, the petitioner's brother, elder brother was the retailer agent of the cooperative societies in the at village City Kanishail under Subhash Nagar Cooperative District Grievance. And after his father death, my lord, being a younger brother, filed a requisition by page.
Third, Mr. H.R. Khan, counsel for the petitioner, by filing this writ petition, the petitioner is assailing the appointment of the respondent number 7 as fair price shop dealer for the Subhash Nagar GPSS Limited under Karimganj district. First of Ms. S. Sharma and G. Assam appearing for the official respondents. Please for some time to-
Status.
some time to obtain instruction in the matter. Prayer allowed.
Appointment of the
4 weeks. Since Ms. Sharma has appeared and accepted notice on behalf of respondent numbers 1 to 6, is it? No formal notice is required to be sent in this to the state respondents. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental council. Requisite in numbers within 3 days from today. Writ petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon the respondent number 7 by registered post with AD. Part of the prayer of interim relief.
Respondent number 6 notice has to go, madam. It's the secretary of the.
Then 1 to 5 make it.
1 to
6
5.
and 7. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, the said prayer will be considered on the returnable date. It is however made clear that appointment of the respondent number 7 would be subject to outcome of the writ petition.
Please, your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, in this case, there is a big inaction of police lordship on the part of the police. So what happened, lordship? The petitioner is 26-year-old girl, lordship. She is the adoptive girl, and her father and mother both died. Her father died on 19/2/2004, and thereafter on 24/11/2022, her mother has expired. Then what happened? One person claiming husband of her mother. She knows that he is a friend of her mother, but after the death of her mother, he claimed to be the husband of her mother, and he forcefully stay with her in her house, lordship. Now, what happened, lordship? The person claiming him husband of her mother, he applied for legal heir certificate. He procured the death certificate.
We'll issue notice at this stage.
Lordship, lordship. But what happened, lordship? The application for next to kin is under process. If that certificate has been issued by the deputy commissioner, then it will be a hurdle for the girl, lordship. That may be at least stayed. And police may be directed to at least register her FIR, lordship.
You want an interim order?
Yes, lordship.
Have you prayed for it?
Yes, lordship.
Which part? Please read it.
Oh, sorry, lordship. Yes, lordship, sorry.
No interim order. Yes. Heard Ms. B. Talukdar and counsel for the petitioner peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. NOM 6 weeks since who is appearing? Mr. Sharma and G. Assam appearing for the respondents as accepted notice. Respond numbers
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And who is for respond number 1? Upo did all Mr. P. Nayak for respond number 1. SC GAD for respond number 1 and Ms. S. Sharma G. Assam for 2 to 8. Service of notice is deemed to be complete on. You are appearing in this case. GAD. Should I indicate your name?
Well, PNAC
Huh?
name may be recorded.
P. Nayak, all right. We have already done it. 1 to 8 complete. Extra copies. Steps were registered post with AD on respond number 9.
Item 17.
Petitioner is a farming society, Milord. Initially, they had 108 bighas of land in their name, Milord.
So while dealing with this bench, this court is also becoming aware How much of land of the state is under encroachment of people without any right? People have just occupied state's land, that's all.
Milord, we are cooperative society, Milord.
Hmm.
And in our name, Milord, the land was allotted, Milord.
Where is the allotment order?
No, Milord, there is a Milord. At page 43, Milord.
Hmm.
Jamabandi, Milord.
No, you said the land was allotted to you.
Milord, that was in my name, Milord. It is Jamabandi in my name, Milord.
Mr. Sahu, you cannot rewrite the civil law
Milord.
while arguing your case.
Milord.
You are this society is the owner of that land.
Milord, because
Jamabandi is not a document of title.
title, that is there, Milord. That is there.
Where is your document of title?
No, nothing, Milord.
Then this is not your land.
Milord, my limited prayer is that because since I had a name, because if my name is there in the Jamabandi, presumption is that I am the title holder. Presumption only. Okay. Now, Milord, earlier my name was in the Jamabandi to the extent of 108 bigas. Thereafter, for the purpose of road, 12 bigas and odd were taken away. Now remaining, Milord, 96 and odd bigas. Now, Milord, in the online system, when they carved out that 12 bigas, now, Milord, after carving out of the land, Milord, in my name, only 12 bigas are shown, Milord. Whereas it has been shown 96 bigas. So I have
only issue notice at this stage. Heard Mr. S. Rahul and counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Where the amendments made in the petition. This matter would call for further examination. And you write like this, since the petitioner is alleging that land earlier in the occupation of the society has been taken away without following the due process of law. This matter would call for further examination. NOM 6 weeks. Since Miss G. Hazarika, where is she? Is she there? I'm not seeing you. Yes. Learned SC Revenue Department Assam has accepted notice for respond number 1. Miss S. Sharma for respond numbers 3 and 4. And Mr. Miss MD Bora, Learned SC Corporation Department Assam for respond number 5. Service is complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the Respondents Council. Let this matter be listed again by reflecting the name of learned counsel for all the department.
Milord, in the meantime, that land may not be given to others, Milord.
Prayer for interim relief will be considered on the returnable date.
Make please, Lordship. Because GST was cancelled for defaulting filing of returns, my lord. Now petitions complied with all the defaults, my lord. They filed all the returns, now praying for revocation of cancellation, my lord.
Revocation of
GST cancellation, my lord.
Lordship, against
other matters are pending.
yes, and Lordship, in this case, he have not preferred an appeal, Lordship, although there is a provision for appeal. The ground for that because
No, they will not prefer, nobody trusts the appellate forum nowadays.
no, Lordship,
This is what is creating problem for us. Your appellate forums are deciding cases mechanically in favor of the revenue.
that means
What will the people do? On
Lordship,
some technical ground or other, the appeals have been dismissed.
what happened earlier, a scheme was protected,
Hmm.
but that was up to 31st August 2000.
No, what do you propose to do? He wants to pay GST, you cancel his
Lordship will take
registration.
up next week, Lordship, I'll obtain.
No, you tell us what you want to do. This is just increasing the number of writ petitions here.
Yes, Lordship.
He wants to pay, you impose some penalty and restore the registration, that's all.
That provision is there. but
That
they-
provision is there, we'll pass that order. List taken in the next week on the request of Mr. SP. Direct SC for GST authority. Report due Mr. RS, Mr. has appeared for the petitioner. Mr. Kyle, ask your department, we have to find out a solution.
No, that is.
This
a
can't be piling up cases in the High Court on
Lordship,
this.
That was a scheme was floated, that was.
Mr. Kyle, scheme was floated, gone.
Yes,
That's history. What is the way forward now?
No, Lordship, that because it was up to 31st August 2023.
Yes,
Now again, the petitioner defaulted, so that restoration.
no, we will not admit these writ petitions. We are going to direct restoration. What is the term? You better ask your clients and come up with it. They have to pay GST. Unless their cancellation is restored, they can't pay. You want the money. So what is the problem? What is the big law point involved here?
No, otherwise there is no
Then-
law point in it.
Just because in every case, the submission is earlier scheme was there, all right.
No, Lordship, what happened, because they failed to.
Scheme is meant for you, not
that
for the
is-
court.
Even then, Lordship, Lordship, 25,000 registers was cancelled, Lordship, this way.
All
Without
right,
compliance of
you
law.
ask your clients, what do they want to do?
Yes, Lordship.
Ultimately,
Because
we can put some riders, some penalty, but then what is there to be decided? Hundreds of cases are being
Next
filed
week I
at
will
this
come to
point.
the section.
And we are unnecessarily having increase in number of pendency.
Yes.
Nothing else. There is no law point to be decided here.
No, Lordship, nothing.
Individually, each case has to be decided.
No.
So you come up and will clean
I'll
up.
come with an
Yes,
section.
ask them what is the way forward. Let the court pass an order which protects the interest of both
Yes.
sides.
That will.
But let it be over at
Yes.
least. What is
Yes,
the
sir, no.
point in keeping these matters pending?
So there is no point in
Then
keeping all this. meeting.
if you don't take a reasonable stand, the court will issue notice and that the matter will be pending.
No, Lordship, we don't want to.
That's why I'm saying you ask your clients.
Lots.
Next week
Next-
you, yes.
Obliging.
May I please, your lordship. Lordship, this is against non-implementation of the award of the insurance ombudsman.
You have a Fortuner vehicle.
Yes, lordship.
What happened to that vehicle?
That met with an accident, it got damaged completely.
Okay,
So thereafter, on 6/5, the accident took place. On 15/5/23, I raised the complaint before the authority, the insurer. They are deciding it within 30 days. So I went to the insurance ombudsman on 28/6/2023. So in the meantime, they auctioned my vehicle without the consent and knowledge. And
all right. I heard Mr. S. N. Tamlin, Learned Counsel for the writ petitioner. The petitioner is aggrieved due to illegal action of the insurance company.
yes,
Insurance company.
then award was passed. Now I'm for implementation of the award of the insurance ombudsman now.
In auctioning the damaged vehicle of the petitioner in violation of the award passed by the insurance ombudsman.
Lordship, not they have auctioned it, but in the meantime, the insurance ombudsman has passed the award in my favor. Now I want
by
implementation of the award only.
auctioning of the vehicle, damaged vehicle of the petitioner. Mr. Tamuli submits that in the meantime, the insurance ombudsman has passed an award and therefore by filing this writ petition, the petitioner seeks implementation of the award
Yes,
dated
Award dated, it is dated 24/7/2023.
34/7/2023. In is there any case number?
Yes, Lordship, this is complaint number ZUW-Z-023-2324-0034.
All right.
It is at page 73, that number.
There
is-
was the page 73, just check it. There is the awardment made in the writ petition, NOM 6 weeks, petitioner takes the social notice upon the respondent by registered post to lady. Yes. Yes.
Finding matter item 4.
My lord, sorry, my lord, the pleadings that diagnose is not there, but my revenue board order, my lord, page 23, diagnose is mentioned, my lord. Paragraph 4, my lord.
But why haven't you mentioned in the petition?
My lord, sorry, my lord.
Huh? Page number?
Page number 23A, paragraph 4, my lord. Huh? Page 23, my lord, paragraph 4. 112, my lord.
Take down. Heard Mr. Samarial and counsel of hearing for the writ petitioner. The petitioner herein claims to be a landless lady who is in occupation of a plot of land measuring 1 kata 10 lesses situated in Ulubari under Ulubari Moja in the district of Kamrup, covered by DAG number
112.
112 of Patta number
The Pata number is not there, my lord.
112. Full stop. According to the projection made in the writ petition, the petitioner has been in possession of the land since
1985. my lord.
since the year 1985. Full stop. The land in question is a plot of is an annual Patta land, and therefore, in terms of the within quote Mission Vasundhara scheme unquote, the petitioner had also submitted an application on 21/12/2022 for conversion of the land into Mehdi Patta land in her name. Full stop. This said application has not yet been considered by the authorities. Notwithstanding the same, the respondents are seeking to evict the petitioner from the land under her position and accordingly has issued eviction notice dated 4/8/2023. Aggrieved thereby it has been alleged that the respondents have also dismantled the house of the petitioner earlier. Your house has been dismantled.
My lord, by GMC, my lord, because
It is not aggrieved thereby, the instant writ petition has been filed. First up, I have perused the amendments made in the writ petition. Since the petitioner is admittedly in occupation of an annual patta land, she cannot claim any title over the land unless allotment is made on her behalf by the state. However, it is not in dispute that under the scheme Mission Vasundhara, within quotes, Mission Vasundhara, allotment of land is being made by the state as per the notified policy, and it appears that the petitioner has also submitted an application for allotment of land. Under the circumstances, if the petitioner is evicted from the land even before consideration of her application, then the same would undoubtedly cause serious injury to the interest of the petitioner. Who is for whom? Ms. G. Hazarika, Lanet SC Revenue for respond number 1, Ms. S. Sharma, Lanet G. Assam for respond numbers 2 and 3. Mr. B. Chaudhary, Lanet SC APDCL for respond number 4. And who is for 5? GMC? And Mr. S. Bora, Lanet SC for GMC for respond number 5. This will be in the top. Under the circumstances, without expressing any opinion on the merit of the claim made by the petitioner for allotment of land, this writ petition stands disposed of with a direction upon whom?
2 and 3, my lord.
Upon respond number 2 and 3 to communicate to the petitioner in writing as to the fate of her application submitted for allotment of land under within course Mission Vasundhara scheme on 21/12/2022. Until such time the written communication is received by the petitioner, she shall not be evicted from the land in question. With the above observation, the writ petition is disposed of.
Only one part, lord, there is a hearing, my lord, because if suppose any document they required, my lord, we will place it, my lord. Only
They
one.
will do it. They will do it.
Item 5.
Yes. Who has given you the authority to do it?
Your lordship, that it is only with a view to recover the money because he is a guarantor. And
Who has given your bank's official the authority to recover from the account? You said your letter says it's the deputy commissioner. Deputy commissioner says he doesn't have the power and is never instructed.
no, we have not attached, your lordship.
No, you
We have
did
just
not-
make a request, your lordship, page number 12.
Where is the order? Please come to the order, Mr. Sharma. This is 12/9/2023.
Yes, your lordship.
Yes.
We have made a request only. We have not passed any order, your lordship. Only with a view to recover your.
So it cannot be done. The
Yes, your
deputy
lordship.
commissioner says he doesn't have the power. Heard Mr. S. Sharma, Learned Counsel, senior counsel appearing, assisted by Mr. G. Bharadwaj, Learned Counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Miss S. Sharma, Learned Government Advocate Assam, appearing in this case on behalf of respond numbers 1, 2, and 3. Mr. M. Sharma, Learned Standing Counsel Eco Bank is present on behalf of respond numbers 4 and 5. This writ petition has been filed assailing the communication dated 12/9/2023 issued by the respondent number 5 requesting the district commissioner Walpara, that is the respondent number 2 hearing, to halt the payment of salary of the respondent number 6 on the ground that he is the guarantor of a loan which is turned NPA. Full stop. After taking note of the grievance expressed in the writ petition, this court had directed the learned government advocate Assam to obtain instruction in the matter. Today, when the writ petition is called up, Ms. Sharma has produced a copy of the written instruction dated 26/9/2023, issued by the respondent number 2, which clearly mentions that he does not have any authority or jurisdiction under the law to comply with the request made by the impugned letter dated 12/9/2023. Full stop. The learned counsel for the respondents have also not been able to address any argument before this court so as to demonstrate as to under what authority of law the bank can unilaterally under what authority of law the respondent number 2 can be asked to withhold the salary of the writ petitioner merely because he is a guarantor in respect of the loan. Full stop. It is no doubt correct that if the loan account has become NPA, the bank would be legitimately entitled to proceed for recovery of the amount, and for that elaborate provisions have been laid down under the various statutes which may come into play. However, what is beyond a pale of doubt that the recourse taken by the bank by issuing the letter dated 12/9/2023 is divorce the law. Full stop. Situated thus, the letter dated 12/9/2023 is hereby quashed. The writ petition stands allowed at this stage of motion hearing. However, it is made clear that this order will not come in the way of the bank in proceeding against the defaulter in accordance with law if so advised. Yeah.
Item 48.
We have challenged here the action of the enforcement by the GMC that has been contemplated 26/9/2023, where my lord, my business establishment has been closed down. Now, lordship, at this stage, lordship may issue notice to the other side, my lord.
But Mr. S. Samarial and counsel for the petitioner pending the amendments made in the writ petition. It appears that the officials of the Guwahati Municipal Corporation has closed down the business establishment of the petitioner, which according to the writ petitioner is arbitrary and illegal action. Ms. S. Chutia, learned standing counsel, GMC authorities praised for 4 weeks time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 4 weeks since Ms. Chutia has appeared and accepted notice for both the respondents, no formal notice, extra copies, etc., etc.
Item 49.
So Lordship had the occasion to deal with this on an earlier occasion also. Your Lordship will kindly come to page 76, man. The earlier order passed by your Lordship. It starts at page 79. Perusal of that will indicate the background facts.
So what has happened after this?
On page 83, the secretary directed the revenue officer to do the needful for demarcation, which is a statutory mandate. Based on this, the demarcation takes place, which your Lordship will find at page 84. On 22nd of September, it is that. And after that, my lord, naturally, we put up signboard saying that this is a private land, we start planting some trees. And what he does is this, page 87. Now, of course, we could not put that on record. Now that the demarcation has taken place, apparently some local politicians have got into, become very active. They have their eyes set. And now he wants to say that I have not handed over possession. Where is the question of handing over possession of a private land, which I was all along in possession? It was only an issue pertaining to demarcation. And he is involving the police in this. So now they are threatening to remove whatever trees we have planted, whatever signboard. All we have done is we have put up a signboard saying that this is a
private land, please do not respond. All these things they are now seeking to remove. The absolute high-handed action. This should be to stop.
Page 80, last part, my lord. Page 80, lordship order. Last paragraph. Page 80. Needless to say, since the private respondents have not been heard before dispose of the repetition, the respondent number 3 shall give opportunity of being heard to the private respondent before passing any effective order on the application for demarcation made by the petitioner. My lord, at that time, my lord, respondent number 3, he was suffering from dengue. So, my lord, no notice was issued, no hearing was given to the private respondent.
They were present. That is the problem.
My lord, my instruction, my verbal instruction, my telephonic instruction is that the position is with the private respondent, but private respondents not in the made in the party in the present petition. In the earlier petition, they were the parties, and they have the position and they have the softs are there. So removing the softs, that is a private person's position of that, my lord, that we could not handle over the dispute between the private respondent and the my lord petitioner, my lord. We have only the power to demarcate, and accordingly, we have ask them to put the pillar on the my lord boundary, my lord, and they put the boundary. And now there's a dispute between the parties, my lord. So it is the obvious that the assistant revenue inform the police that the law and order situation may arise, and all these things are there. That is my instruction, my lord. And the position, there is a dispute in respect of the position, and that is my physical position. The petitioner does not have.
And how he has carried out the demarcation?
Demarcation, my lord, all together, my lord, there are 24 acres of land, my lord. In the some portion of land, the position of the person who are in there from 1958, my lord. It is the admitted position that they are earlier, there was the land was in the name of the father of the petitioner, and thereafter they parted the 24 acres land to the person who possessed them, my lord. Now they were in position, my lord. There are dispute in respect of the position.
My lord will kindly come to regulation 23. The demarcation is supposed to be preceded by this
No,
proceeding.
the other side is not a party in this proceeding.
In this proceeding, it is not required. Earlier proceeding, we made them a party because there was a boundary dispute because of which we asked for a demarcation. Now, during the course of the demarcation, they were personally present. Otherwise, demarcation could not have been done.
Complete the
We
complaint
will,
by hand.
if necessary,
We'll
we'll
have it, and then on 4th or 5th, we'll have it again. the
in
meantime,
that case, my lord, let them not change the status quo.
Status quo you
Yes,
maintain.
my lord. No, nothing.
I heard Mr. I. Children and Mr. Council appearing for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. K.
Very good.
Mr. J. Chutia and SCKLC appearing for the respond numbers 2 to 5,
2 to 7.
2 to 7. After hearing this read petition is directed
No,
against
2 to 6, my lord. 7 is the government. 2 to 6.
Ms. G. Hazarika, Lanet SC Revenue is present on behalf of respond number 1 and Mr. J. Henrik, Lanet Additional Senior Government Advocate Assam for respond number 7. This read petition is directed against the communication dated 25 against the communication dated 25/9/2023 issued by the Assistant Revenue Officer, Fulani Circle, Fulani, to the officer in charge of the Uttar Borbil outpost. So Chaudhary submits that having carried out the demarcation of the land, the authorities are now seeking to disturb the possession of the petitioner over the land by removing signboards and trees planted there. Mr. Chutia, on the other hand, submits that there is a serious dispute as regards possession of the land. And since the demarcation process was carried out without hearing the complainant, who was the private respondent in the earlier round of litigation, there are serious questions of facts which still requires to be ascertained in this matter. I find that the complainant has not been implicated as private respondent in this case. As such, on the request of Mr. Chaudhary, this matter is directed to be posted again on 6th of October 2023 for motion, so as to enable the petitioner to impute the complainant as respond number 8 in this read petition by hand. Respond number 8 in this read petition Consequently, the
There are
petitioner.
four
to
private
file-
respondents were there.
Huh?
Four private.
There are
respondents.
there are four parties. We'll make them parties.
Respond numbers 8 to 12, the petitioner shall file amended cause title in the writ petition on or before 4th October 2023. Thereafter, the registry to list this case for motion. Till the next date, status quo as regards the land in question be maintained in all respect.
Like that.
But Mr. Chaudhary, disputed questions of facts, you know
There
where.
is no dispute. I'll place that one, since the private respondents are not here today. In fact, they are cooperating. They were present there.
Yes.
This is a challenge Miller, to the the notice issued Miller, for holding a no confidence motion Miller, against the petitioner Miller, who is the president. Miller, that is at page 45. But before going to that Miller, may I take a lordship to page 17 Miller, the notice, initial Miller background of the case is
No, First
relevant.
of all, what is this matter about?
Miller, it's about Miller issuance of Miller, a notice Miller, for holding a no confidence motion against the petitioner day after tomorrow Miller. What has happened Miller, earlier there was another resolution. So the resolution copy has not been still been served to me Miller. But what happened Miller, the resolution, lordship will find Miller, there is a notice which was issued earlier. There Miller, 8 members had Miller issued this allegedly issued this notification, rather Miller, the resolution. Miller, that sorry, not resolution, Miller, the requisition. In that requisition, Miller, 2 of the members are already disqualified because they're the 3rd child born member. So so it comes to 6 Miller. So therefore, the requisite number of Miller requisition is not there, first of all, Miller. Secondly, Miller, earlier Miller, the notice was against both president and vice president. Against the vice president, it failed. Miller, we came before this honorable court, my lord, challenging that Miller, notice that was cancelled, Miller, set aside by this honorable court, as the petitioner, the respondents conceded, my lord, that the notice was without jurisdiction. Now the subsequent notice has been issued only against the president, my lord. So therefore, my lord, the entire procedure from 15.1, my lord, has to be followed, my lord. Since earlier, my lord, it was against the president, my lord, the Anchalik Panchayat rightly directly came into the picture. Now the vice president, my lord, that resolution was earlier lost. Now, on the basis of the earlier requisition, my lord, a fresh notice is being issued to against the to hold non-confidence against the petitioner who is the president. So, in my humble submission, my lord, the entire process has to start from a 15.1 now. Since the earlier resolution, my lord, a part of it, my lord, had failed, and my lord, now it's only against the president.
Where is the earlier resolution? When was it?
Earlier requisition, lordship is page 17, my lord.
Requisition or resolution?
No, requisition, my lord.
Requisition, resolution.
Because that was not set aside on the ground of not having jurisdiction by the honorable court. Lordship will pass this order.
Page 17.
Page 17, man.
17.
Sorry, man. Sorry, page 28, man. Sorry. This is the earlier notice, my lord, which was set aside by a lordship, my lord.
Which order?
My lord, the order is at my lord page 34, my lord, operative part. They considered, my lord, that it is without jurisdiction, my lord, because it was issued by the BDO, my lord.
Yes, what do you have to say?
My lord, subsequently, a fresh requisition notice, fresh notice for holding the special no confidence motion was issued on 26th of September. So his main objection to it is that the CEO is not the authorized body to issue such a notice. Whereas the act is completely, the section is completely silent about it, and my lord can always fill in that void, the silence. So the section says that the DC has to preside over the meeting, or he can depute any of his gadgeted officers.
No, what he's saying is the process has to start from the
Beginning.
under 15.1.
Mala, the notice has been set aside, but the requisition notice still is in force. So we can start from that stage onwards.
So the requisition against the president, the vice president, both initially, my lord. The president against the vice president, the requisition failed, my lord. Only against the president, my lord, it was set aside by the honorable court. So now, my lord, the notice that's been issued now.
No, requisition was not set aside.
Not set aside, not
Not set aside.
Meeting, convention of the meeting was
Yes,
interrupted.
meeting was set aside.
Because it was held that the respondent number 4, that
Yes,
is the BDO didn't have the power to hold
My-
meeting.
my- No, what had happened with the earlier since
Who has the power? The deputy commissioner.
deputy commissioner.
Deputy
He will convene the meeting.
My
What
lord.
is the
No,
problem?
but the difficulty is, my lord, here is, my lord, now, my lord, my submission is, my lord, since, my lord, earlier it was against both, my lord. The deputy commissioner, sorry, the Anchalik Panchayat comes directly to the picture under, my lord, 15.5. But, my lord, if it is against, only against the president or the vice president, my lord, it has to, my lord, follow 15.1 from 15.1, my lord. Then, my lord, I must get, my lord, a copy of the requisition, my lord. I get a time, my lord, to hold the my lord, meeting within the particular
No,
time.
no, requisition is fresh requisition.
No, my lord, no fresh requisition has been mentioned, my lord. Nothing
Then-
has been mentioned here, my lord.
It is the earlier requisition.
No, it
only.
appears to be the earlier requisition, my lord.
At the top, it was only about the convention of the meeting,
My
the
lord.
authority to convene the meeting.
Yes,
My
my
lord,
lord.
only a date needs to be fixed now.
No.
He has to face the no
My-
confidence
my-
motion.
no, my submission is, my lord, the requisition, my lord, since it was earlier against, my lord, both, my lord. Then, my lord, under 15.5, it's the Anchalik Panchayat, my lord, who directly, my lord, is the is
No,
holding
but
meeting.
Mr. Datta, you did not urge these points in the earlier round.
That's the reason, my lord, that because earlier round it was disposed of on a concession, my lord, that did not, my lord, my lord, they exceeded, my lord,
It's correct, but you did not say that apart from that, this requisition cannot be acted upon because it is now against only one of the.
No, my lord, now the situation has changed. Earlier, the situation was against both, my lord. So situation is only now changed, my lord. So there was no question of urging that point earlier, my lord. Now only I can.
Let
urge.
the meeting be held. Don't
No, no.
approve it till the next date.
Let it not be approved.
We'll fix
And
it
my
on
lord,
Friday.
two members, my lord, are disqualified, my lord. So two members are also
Only
disqualified.
on that count we'll examine. You address the court on that.
Yes, my lord.
We'll fix it on 9th of October.
9th of October.
Yes. Heard Mr. M. Datta, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr.
P. Handling, my lord.
learned standing.
1345.
Some appearing for the respondent numbers 1, 3, 4, and 5. The petitioner is assailing the convention of the special meeting to be held on
30th,
my lord. Day
30th
after
of
September.
September 2023, so as to discuss the no confidence motion brought against the president of the Gao Panchayat, that is the writ petitioner. The only point raised by the petitioner's counsel pertaining to disqualification incurred by 2 of the 8 members of the Gao Panchayat on account of having more than 2 living children, thereby invalidating the requisition itself, is a legal issue which would require deeper consideration before the court can take a final decision on the prayer of interim relief made by the petitioner. Therefore, in order to give some time to the learned departmental counsel to examine the issue and address arguments, this writ petition is directed to be posted again on 9th of October 2023 for motion as a fixed item. In the meantime, the meeting as convened on 30/9/2023 be held, but the resolution adopted in the meeting shall not be given effect to until the next date.
Well, other points, my lord,
Other points will answer it. What is there? What is that point?
perhaps, my lord,
It can be shot down under principles of order to rule 3 itself. You are aware what is order to rule 3?
order to rule 3.
Have a look at that.
Well.
You will not like to argue that point.
Well.
And there are judgments which have held that these principles will apply even in writ proceedings. Have a look. You want the CPC? Give him the CPC. If you are free to argue. But the law is too well settled on these grounds.
My lord,
Yes, next matter, please.
My lord.
Item 51.
May it please your lordship. My lord, I would like to tell your lordship that similar matter, WPC 5013 of 2023 has been fixed on 4th of October. So my lord, I will place my substantial argument on that day. Today, my lord, my very, very limited prayer is, I will take your lordship to page 52. Your lordship may come to page 53. Paragraph 13 and 14. In view of irregularities mentioned at the interim report submitted by Inquiry Committee on Hari Mandir, it was decided that the former President Secretary of the Hari Mandir Committee will submit cash book, account book, so and so, to the district administration on or before 30/9/2023. All defaulter lists also have to be submitted along with so and so. Then para 14. It is decided that if the former president secretary fail to submit the accounts and the defaulters list within so and so, an FIR will be lodged. So, my lord, my chair at this stage, till my lord 410, your lordship kindly stay this. Otherwise, your lordship kindly say is a complete violation of constitutional provision like 26B and 26D. My lord, we shall place our argument on that day, because the other case is also fixed. So therefore, this order at best up to my lord 410, your lordship kindly stay.
No, lodging an FIR, how can the court stop someone from
No, my
lodging
lord,
an FIR?
whether they can pass such orders, my lord, 20, I will take your lordship to 26B and D, my lord. Article 26B.
No, Mr. Datta, you addressed the court on that day, but
No.
Article 26 deals with, I'm not expressing any opinion on the other issues.
No.
Article 26 deals with the right to conduct religious affairs.
Exactly.
In the name of conducting religious affairs, these are all public trust
Yes.
ultimately.
Very, very correct.
So if someone is found to be involved in defalcation of funds, the government, the district administration.
I have no dispute at all, but district administration has no business there.
Who
My lord,
has-
there is
who
a-
has the
my lord,
business?
I will take your lordship to Religious Endowment Act. This very clearly say there is a
Acha, Mr.
explicit
Sekhar, we'll
provision.
have it on fourth. Please ask your client not to do anything till fourth. Hold on.
Order may be passed, I assure this, nothing will do.
You know, if
But
the
When crores of rupees has been misappropriated, in fact, this affair should have been lost long ago.
Till the next date.
I
don't-
assure this, Honorable. Yeah, it will not be done.
Heard Mr. S. Daktal and senior counsel appearing for the petitioner who submits that since a similar read petition being WPC number
WPC number 5013 of 2023.
5013 of 2023 is fixed before this court on 4/10/2023. This matter be also listed along with the aforesaid read petition on the same date. In the meantime, the respondents be restrained from lodging the FIR as indicated in the impugned order dated 19/9/2023. At this stage, Mr. T. Sekhar, Leonard AG Assam appears and assures this court that no further action will be taken for lodging FIR against the petitioner till the next date. That is.
No action only, no further, no action.
No
will not-
action will be. Right, no action will be taken. All the same. what is
That-
the difference?
We have not started any action to file FIR,
No action
but,
will be taken against the petitioner. To,
Lordship may also observe that if even anybody wants to repay the defalcated amount, that option may be open.
That's a different issue. my lord.
That is written. If somebody is not refunding the amount within
for
30,
lodging FIR till the next date fixed. However, it is made clear that pendency of this writ petition will not be a bar for any person, including the members of the petitioner society, to return any amount, the custody of which is being withheld. Any amount, if any, the custody of which is being withheld without the authority, without proper authority.
highly obliged, Lordship.
Item 52.
Yes, who is appearing in item 50?
My lord, in fact, petitioner is not present, but the registration of the society is cancelled by the register. So, my lord, this writ petition, my lord, in the present form may not be maintainable. The society has filed this, my lord, writ petition.
Why it will not be maintainable?
My lord, the society is no more. The registration has been cancelled.
Hmm.
The persons aggrieved, my lord, may come on individual capacity. This is my understanding, my lord.
So you are saying, having killed the person, the dead person cannot seek relief. Is that what you are saying? Huh? And that's an interesting point. But the petitioner is not present, so passed over. None appears for the petitioner when the matter is called up. Mr. S.K. Talukdar, Leonard SC Corporation Department submits that since the registration of the society itself has been cancelled, the petitioner is a non-existent body
Man,
and therefore does not have any right to maintain this writ petition
in the present form.
in the present form. Be that as it may, since the petitioner's counsel is absent today, this matter stands passed over for the day. Mr. R.S. Misal, our counsel is present on the respond number.
5, madam. Yes,
Five.
Obliged.
Order, stay vacating item 20.
But in this matter, I need a little further time to file replies in the IA as well as I've taken the consent. But
Mr. I.
They were
Chaudhary,
dead
our
before the
senior counsel
petition.
appearing for the OP petitioner pays for and is granted 2 weeks time to obtain instruction and file objection. Mr. Saikia, Mr. PJ Saikia, and his senior counsel is present on behalf of the applicant and does not have any objection if the time is allowed.
but the interim has to be done.
Interim order passed earlier to continue.
Can it be fixed on 11th also?
What is the matter? What is the argument?
Blacklisting.
Blacklisting, there is in stay, my lord, and thereby, my lord, he's been participating, but some.
Is this case again on 11/10/2020? Interim order passed earlier to continue till then.
Order, return the party item 21.
May I please, your lordship? And I relating to implement of new party lordship.
Sorry?
I relating to implement of new party lordship. As per
Whom do
lordship
you want to
order,
implead? You want to
under
implead whom?
number 8 lordship. As per lordship's order, that is lordship, 10 lordship.
Why you want to implead her?
My lord. 4th paragraph lordship.
All right, heard Mr. D. Bhuya, Land Council appearing for the applicant. There is a statement made in the application. His IA has been filed for impleading the opposite party as respond number 8. It appears that the IA has been filed in terms of the leave granted by this court by order dated 18/8/2022. Passed in WPC number 5211 of 2022. Miss M. Burman, Learned Government Advocate Assam. Upper Miss G. Hazarika, Learned HC Revenue Department, and Miss M. Burman, Learned D. Assam, appearing. G. Hazarika for 1 and M. Burman for 2 to 7. OP numbers 2 to 7. Submits that they would have no objection if the prayer is allowed. In view of the above and considering the statement made in the IE, the prayer for imprisonment stands allowed. The OP number 8, namely Srimati Anita Ray,
Anita Ray also.
is hereby treated as respond number 8 in the connected writ petition. Applicant to submit amended first title in the writ petition, and thereafter the writ petition will be listed for orders. IST's disposal. And thereafter the writ petition be listed for orders.
Highly obliged, your lordship.
All right, listen, item 24.
This petition, my lord, we are praying for a CBI inquiry. The lordship has noted in details the facts of the case on 7/8/23.
You have got instructions.
Lordship, I have got my instructions, Lordship, but it appears, Lordship, they are short on staff, Lordship. That is the ground only that they have given. But as a constitutional court, Lordship, I think the court has the power to.
But that's not the question.
Lordship.
Question is shortage of staff, what to do?
That
Mr. Das, I'm not passing any order today. We'll post it. We'll post it on 10th October. On that day, we'll pass some order.
Just apprising the facts. 2016.
I know the
your
facts.
lordship
That's
knows
okay.
about.
Heard Mr. B.D. Das, Learned Senior Counsel appearing for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.T.D. Chaudhary, Learned DSGI appearing for the CBI authority, who has obtained written instruction dated 18/9/2023 in terms of the order dated 7/8/2023 passed by this court and placed the same before this court. A perusal of the instruction dated 18/9/2023 goes to show that there is acute shortage of staff in the CBI, as a result of which they are unable to take up any further any new case for investigation due to resource crunch. First of all. the aforesaid stand of the CBI has posed a serious question under the law as to whether merely because there is shortage of manpower, can the writ petitioner be denied of the benefit of a proper investigation in a case related to, in a case of this nature, where her husband had gone missing under circumstances which are stated to be connected with political developments. This issue would therefore consider further consideration, require further consideration by this court. I'm not sure whether before vacation we can, because these are issues you will have to address the court.
Well, I'll address, I'll make a note, I'll leave it to you.
Make it on 12th October. This is the matter again on 12th October as a fixed item.
Item 25.
Lordship, the petitioner seeking my lord permission to transfer his domesticated elephant to Haryana. My lord, the department is not agreeing upon permanent permission, but there is a provision for temporary permission, and this court, my lord, asked us to submit, my lord, undertaking. My lord, we have filed page 38.
You have instructions.
Well, I have my limited instructions arising flowing from the statute itself. The ownership certificate that the petitioner has, that has expired. Now he seeks to permanently move to Haryana, my lords. Now he's filed an undertaking, my lords, be that as it may on the directions issued by this honorable court, my lords. Now that undertaking, my lords, if the elephant was to be taken to Haryana, my lords, how are we going to enforce it? We'll be faced with another Jaimala-like situation, my lords. As for that situation, my lords,
Ownership certificate is expired.
ownership has expired. My page 12,
During pendency of this
page 12, my lords.
So for you apply for first renewal of the ownership certificate. Heard Mr. M. Ali, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. B. Chaudhary, Learned SC Forest Department, also appearing for the official respondents. Full stop. The issue raised in this writ petition pertains to the prayer of the petitioner to shift his domesticated elephant, namely within quote Kanchi, ANCHI, unquote, from Assam to Haryana. Mr. Ali submits that if not on permanent basis, at least temporary permission be granted to the petitioner to shift the elephant. Full stop. However, the learned departmental counsel has pointed out that during the pendency of the writ petition, the ownership certificate of the elephant itself has expired, and therefore, unless the same is renewed and oblique or extended, the petitioner may not have any right in the matter. First up, Mr. Ali has also fairly agreed to the said position. As such, the petitioner is granted leave to apply for renewal and oblique or extension of the ownership certificate. If such application is submitted by the petitioner, the authorities shall consider and deal with it in accordance with law as expeditiously as possible, preferably within a period of 4 weeks from the date of receipt of the application. Let this matter be listed again after 8 weeks for further orders.
All right.
Item 26.
Wait, please. My lord, in this matter, say regarding the eviction of the petitioners, my lord, this.
Your applicant is seeking imprisonment. Why?
My lord, this GMC has not.
Impleted, my lord.
They have impleted.
Impleted part is over.
That part is over, my lord. They have not filed any affidavit. The GMC also has not filed any affidavit.
My lord, this is not a question of filing any affidavit, my lord. This petition has been filed by suppressing a fact that earlier a writ petition was filed and that was dismissed.
That's a
This
different thing. My
being
lord, one writ petition, one civil
Lordship
petition
will
is
kindly,
pending.
Lordship will kindly have, my lord, virtually they want to convert this court into a civil court. They are seeking declaration, my lord. Please come to that IA
But he is
14.
not the only one. What to do?
My lord will kindly come to IA number 1418. The eviction order was challenged, my lord, and eviction order was only stayed for 30 days. If your lordship would kindly come to page number.
Mr. Chaudhary, let me see what is his.
Yes.
What is your case? You are seeking disposal.
Not, my lord.
Is it ready for
Because-
disposal?
No, there is a stay order.
On stay order is there, my lord.
There is a
because
stay order.
Stay order saying?
My lord, earlier there was an eviction order by the GMC. That order was challenged in WPC number 3390 of 2017. And that writ petition was dismissed. By suppressing all these facts, now they have filed this press petition. There is no whisper, my lord.
Where is the order earlier?
Yes, that's what I was trying to place, my lord. In IA number 1418. If a lordship would kindly come to, it starts at page number 13. And the operative portion, lordships will get at page number 18, my lord. Page number 18, last sentence, without entering into the merit or the relief sought for therein in the suit, it is an admitted position that as per the impugn order, petitioner had carried out construction with RCC post and shutter. If the nature of the construction changed from Kacha house as pleaded in the plaint in the suit, the same amount to construction of permanent nature, and under the circumstances, GMC authority has jurisdiction under section 337 of the GMC Act to cause demolition subject to verification of the building permission, if any. In view of the aforesaid discussion, I do not find any merit in this writ petition. Accordingly, it is held that impugn order was passed duly after hearing the petitioner and consideration of the defense taken by the petitioner. It is submitted by Mr. Chauhan that the petitioner has been carrying on business from the constructed structure which he undertook, and as such he sought some time to take necessary steps for demolition. In view of the submission of the learned counsel for the petitioner, GMC authorities should not carry out the demolition of unauthorized construction for at least a period of 30 days from today. It is clarified that the issue of ejectment of the petitioner from the tenanted premises is not decided, but demolition of the unauthorized construction only from the former shall be decided by civil court, etc. So, my lord, his demolition part was stayed. Was not interfered by this honorable court. Only that relief that was given to him was, my lord, 30 days time as prayed for was given. So this order was passed on 1/2/2021. Now by taking the interim order, my lord, he has also taken stay on the demolition also. And without mentioning it, my lord. How is he entitled to any relief in this case, my lord?
Well, what is his Lucas standing? Because this is not his, my lord, it's not his private land. It is not his Miadi land, my lord. The GMC has given
But
this.
you
my
have
lord.
not mentioned about the earlier proceeding.
Regarding that, my lord, I have no knowledge because earlier maybe the council may be different, my lord. Then GMC has not filed any affidavit. Let them file, my lord. After vacation, my lord, your lordship will be able to dispose of. Because we have challenged the eviction notice of the GMC only, because they are only, my lord, they are occupying one plot of land. They have given us
But Mr.
lease,
Goswami,
on lease.
earlier you approached the court has upheld the action of the part of the GMC. You do not prefer an appeal. You again come by filing a writ petition by suppressing.
Because fresh, my lord, the
On
case-
Thursday, we'll dismiss it. Come prepared. On the request of learned counsel for both the sides, let these matters be listed again on Thursday, that is 5th of October 2023 as fixed item. Learned counsel for both the parties to come prepared.
my lord, on
The matter will be taken up for disposal.
on next week, I have some, I have to go outside, my lord.
Then
I
why
have to
not
go
today?
Kolkata, my lord.
10th. This matter will be taken.
No, my lord, my only submission is this stay order should be vacated. Let this petition be alive, my.
As fixed items on 10th October 2000 as fixed item.
Thursday next.
10th October. Here's this.
Madam 27 and 28.
Interim order
May I
passed
please-
earlier to continue till then.
May I please the lordship, my lord. Earlier occasion, my lord, time was given, my lord, today.
Item 27, my lord, I have informed that sanction order has been accorded, but that copy yet to reach my office, my lord. Let it be on next week. I will produce the sanction order.
Mr. W. Raman, learned counsel for the petitioner is present in both the cases. Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, seeks posting of these matters again after 10 days so as to enable her to obtain complete instruction, facilitating disposal of the petitions. Prayer allowed, list accordingly.
Item 29.
In item 28, my lord, affidavit on the part of district administration is filed today, my lord. Let it be along with next week. Affidavit of district deputy commissioner is filing today. Item 28.
So for the petitioner, Ms. M. Burman, Learned G. Assam submit the affidavit on behalf of the district commissioner. That is
Filing
response
today.
number 5 is going to be filed during the course of the day. As such, on the request of Ms. Burman, this matter is directed to be posted again after a week, along with the affidavit of response number 5. Yeah, item 29.
May I please? Mala here, Mala in item 29, what
Item
happened, my lord?
29,
My lord.
28. Yes.
My lord, the grievance here is not that Assam Mala Road project as mentioned in the order dated 23, my lord. My case is, my lord, actually that matter was listed with another matter. So this I could not point out on last occasion. So my case is at page 33, your lordship will kindly see. This is what the national highway, we are affected by the national highway, page 33. Damage caused to our horticulture cultivation by the detached road guard railing stock on each side of National Highway 54. So basic grievance is the cultivation of the petitioners are damaged because of the steep fall of the road materials from National Highway. Page 34, your lordship will see. 34 is the.
But what do you want compensation?
No, my lord, let them my lord, ascertain the area of the villages which have got damaged. Because from 22 July, my lord, after monsoon session, continuously damaged. Not a single.
Lordship, I am paying for Demarcation, Lordship. Lordship, in this matter, I don't have any instruction right now. Lordship, some time may be granted, Lordship.
No, that is not my case, man. I've fairly submitted a wrong order. So your my lord may pass a fresh order, considering my page 33, that it's a case of National Highway 54 damage, my lord. The earlier order, my lord, was passed in another case. When this matter was taken up in March, my lord, there was another matter that was Assam Mala. So I
Yeah,
could not
Mr.
point out.
Borua, I understand what you're saying, but the problem is suddenly an order of the court cannot be overturned unless there is some application.
So
You have to file a IA, unfortunately. There's
All
no
the
way
lordship
out.
may direct page 33, my representation, page 33, the petitioner's representation. That your lordship may direct them to dispose of. That's the revenue department and the national highway, both are the, my lord, necessary party, my
All right, we'll dispose it of, let the deputy commissioner examine that claim and take appropriate action as may be permissible. I heard Mr. B. Burwal and counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. C. Sharma.
For response number 4 and 6, Lordship.
It's a serial is out. Also heard Mr. Who is for 1? Ms. G. Harika Learned SC Revenue for response number 1. Ms. R. Bora Learned SC NHAI for response numbers 2 and 3. And Mr. C. Sharma Learned Counsel for response numbers
4, 5 and 6.
4, 5 and 6. The writ petitioners herein claims to be the farmers having their horticulture cultivation in the Harangajao area, is it?
Harangajao and other areas, madam.
In Harangajao and other areas falling within the jurisdiction of the Dimahasa Autonomous Council. Their grievance is that due to the work executed by the respondent number 2. Their horticultural cultivation has been damaged. According to the petitioners, there is a steep fall of NH 54 road connecting the route from Kalachand area to Harangajao in the district of Demahasau, which calls for repair, but no such action has been taken in the matter by the authorities. Aggrieved thereby, the writ petitioners had submitted representation dated 4/3/2023 before the respondent number 5, ventilating their grievance in the matter. However, when no action was taken on such representation, the instant writ petition has been filed. Stop. Mr. Sharma, learned counsel for the Dimahasa Autonomous Council, submits that he has no instructions in the matter and therefore does not have any submission to make. The learned SC NHA submits that the road having been constructed after acquiring the land, her client does not have any liability in the matter. Be that as it may, the grievance expressed in the representation dated 4/3/2023, bracket annexure capital B to the writ petition, comma, in the opinion of this court, would call for verification of certain factual aspects which would not be permissible in this writ petition. Therefore, without expressing any opinion on the veracity of the claim made in the representation dated 4/3/2023, I dispose of this writ petition by granting 4 weeks time to the writ petitioners to submit a fresh representation before the respondent number
5 and 6, my lord.
5 and 6, ventilating their grievance in the matter. If such representation is submitted before the aforesaid authorities, along with a certified copy of this order, within 4 weeks from today, the same be looked into and appropriate action in the matter as may be warranted in the facts and circumstances of the case, as well as under the law, be initiated thereafter with the aforesaid
Actually, our grievance was before your lordship that they, without purchasing our land, as per annexure 1/34, page 34, they utilize our land. That was our grievance. Now, my lord, what happened? They now issued us a notice that you come and entered into agreement. We received the notice. Now we are ready to enter into agreement. Only thing is this, my lord. In the agreement, my lord, our zirat compensation may be paid as per annexure 4, and land compensation may be given as per
terms of the
annexure 5.
agreement. You have to negotiate. The
Yes,
court
ma'am.
cannot say.
My lord.
Don't waste your time. We will not say what is to be included in the agreement. Since you have been called, give that letter. You go and terms of the agreement will be mutually worked out. The court
Yes,
cannot say anything.
Yes.
Almost 70% already signed agreement. My lord, the petitioner are not coming to agreement.
Take down heard Mr. M.S. Sheikh, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. Also heard Mr.
RK.
R.K. Mushari, learned SC BTC. Authorities appearing for the respondent numbers.
Number
Do you know? Ms. D. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue Department, Assam, has appeared for respondent number 2, and Ms. M. Burman for the respondent number G. Assam for respondent number 5. The writ petition was filed with a grievance that the land of the petitioners have been utilized by the authorities for construction of Assam Mala Road without paying compensation. During the pendency of the writ petition, you're right, Mr. Sheikh submits that during the pendency of the writ petition, very recently, the circle officer of Gorakhpur Revenue Circle has issued notices to the petitioners, inviting them to come and enter into agreement for taking over possession of the land. Mr. Sheikh submits that the respondents be directed to expedite the process by working out terms and conditions of the agreement, which protects the rights and interests of the petitioners. Be that as it may, since notices have now been issued to the petitioners to step forward and enter into agreement so for taking over their land. This writ petition stands disposed of by providing that suitable agreement be entered into by each of the petitioners by working out mutually acceptable terms and conditions of the agreement. Writ petition stands closed. Yes.
Item 31.
Wait, please, my lords. My lords, in this matter, we have received the instructions. I pray for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit. Only prayer, my
Mr.
lord,
M. Datta, learned counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. B. Chaudhary, Mr.
A. Borua, my lord.
A. Burwa, learned SC application appearing for the respondents submits that he has received instructions and therefore be permitted 2 weeks' time to file affidavit. Since the prayer is not opposed, same stands allowed. List this case again after the puja holidays. Interim order passed earlier to continue.
Can we, a date may be fixed, my lord.
No, if it is not fixed, what will happen?
My lord, again, my lord, this is listed, my lord.
It will come after
Yes,
puja.
we have already deposited 50 lakhs, and that's it, my lord, that's.
All right.
that's-
On the request of Mr. Datta, let this matter be listed on 20th of November 2020.
Item 33.
Interim order passed earlier to continue.
Declare by the motion.
May I please your lordship, my lord?
Yes.
My lord, this is the land, my lord. Petitioner is holding that land, my lord, last 75 years, my lord. In his father, in her father-in-law's name, my lord. The land is belongs to the Ugratara Devalaya, my lord. And they have possessed that land, my lord. Your lordship, kindly come to the, my lord. Page annexer 1, page 15, my lord. This is the agreement, my lord.
Who is appearing for the respondents?
My lord. We have received some instruction, but my lord, it's not very clear. We'll have to have a clear instruction.
So land matters, let him attend complete instruction.
Yes, my lord.
Uh, uh,
Otherwise, my PR is being the petition is take, let them take a decision on the my representation also, my lord.
That is correct, but are you okay with that order?
That can be done because these. as
Which
it appears-
representation?
as
33 2 my lord, page. 33. Page 32 my lord, annexer 3. Because similar person has already given the settlement, my lord, that particular land. Just near Ujan Mudamai. Adjacent plot of land has been settled.
It done heard Mr. N.V. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, also heard Mr. B.J. Talukdar, learned senior counsel assisted by Mr. P.K. Medhi, learned government advocate Assam appearing for the.
Respondent
Respondent
3, 4 and 5.
Why not 2? Acha, 3, 4 and 5. Upor Digo, Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue Department Assam is present for respond numbers 1 and 2. Service of so and so for 3, 4 and 5. The writ petitioner hearing claims to be a landless person. Accordingly, she had submitted a representation dated 10/12/2019 before the respond number 3 seeking allotment of land measuring 1 kata 7 lectures covered by DAG number 759 of Sahar Guwahati Roman 6, Revenue Village, Sahar Guwahati 6 Revenue Village under Ulubari Moja. In the said representation, the petitioner has stated the reasons why the allotment is to be made in her favor and has also mentioned that similarly situated persons have already been granted allotment of land.
Under section.
It appears that under section
15A of the
15
Assam
bracket
the
A,
land belonging to
bracket close
religious
of
and
the
secular institutions.
Assam
Acquisition of
land
belonging to religious or
belonging
charitable
to
institutions
religious.
of
Public
public nature.
page 32 by the way.
Just
Or charitable institution of public nature act 1959. First up, it appears from the affirmance made in the writ petition that the petitioner has been in continuous physical possession of the land since past
Past 75 years, my lord.
75 years.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Talukdar submits that the instructions received by him are not complete so as to take a stand in the matter. Be that as it may, considering the facts and circumstances of the case in its entirety, this court is of the opinion that the representation dated 10/12/2019 submitted by the petitioner is required to be considered in accordance with law, and a decision is to be taken on the said representation without any undue delay. As such, as agreed to by learned counsel for both the sides, this writ petition stands disposed of with a direction upon the respondent number 3 to consider the representation dated 10/12/2019 bracket annexure numerical 3 bracket close to the writ petition and dispose of the same with a reasoned order within a period of 3 months from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. With the above observation, writ petition stands disposed of.
May it please your honor. My lord, the last occasion they have shown some instruction, my lord. There, but my lord, my representation is pending, my lord, before the deputy commissioner, my lord.
Have you received instruction?
Filed on 20
Filed on?
25/9/2024.
No rejoinder is required.
No, my lord.
Huh?
But as per my lord, the instruction, some portion of the land, my lord, acquired, my lord. While my lord
No,
construction.
listen, if you don't file rejoinder, what they are saying, the judgment will be on that. You can't argue against that.
I have not received any affidavit, my lord.
But it hasn't filed.
Mr. Jiuddin, learned counsel for the writ petition submits that no copy of the affidavit dated 25/9/2023 filed by the respondent number 5 has been served upon him. In view of the above, let this matter be listed again after 2 weeks. In the meantime, Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue Department, Assam, to furnish a copy of the affidavit to Mr. Uddin so as to enable him to obtain instruction and file rejoinder if so advised. Mr. Kovind.
Lordship, in this matter, the challenges to a final order delimitation passed by the Election Commission of India. On the last occasion, the respondents were directed to file their affidavits, Your Lordship.
My instructions. As per our instruction, this instant writ petition is not maintainable, Your Lordship. The entire delimitation exercise was conducted, Your Lordship, in terms of section 8A of the Representation of People Act, where the section 8A subsection 5E, Your Lordship, reads, Your Lordship, in the first page of my instruction, Your Lordship, paragraph 2, where 5E.
So you are questioning the maintainability of the writ petition. You are ready to argue on that today.
If they are raising a question, let them raise it in an affidavit, we'll respond, Your Lordship. Because otherwise verbally it's very.
Then you file an affidavit.
No, Your Lordship, affidavit is not filed, Your Lordship. Affidavit has not been filed, Your Lordship.
Then you file it if you are challenging the.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Because if they're raising it, we'd like to respond to it, Your Lordship.
All right, heard Mr. KP Pathak, learned counsel appearing for the writ petition. Also heard Mr. AI Ali, learned standing counsel, ECI, appearing for the respondent numbers 1 and 2, who submit that the writ petition is not maintainable in law as well as in the facts and circumstances of the case, and therefore he be granted 3 weeks time to file an affidavit questioning the maintainability, assailing the maintainability of the writ petition. Mr. D. Nath, learned. You are for whom? You are appearing? Then who is this CGC here? Any CGC? Ms. L. Devi, learned CGC, is present on behalf of respondent numbers 3 and 4, and Mr. D. Nath, learned senior government advocate Assam, for respondent number 5. In view of the submission made at the bar, let this writ petition be listed after 4 weeks or immediately after the affidavit is filed by the respondent numbers 1 and 2.
I had one small request, because the matter was today fixed for consideration of the interim order. We had the interim prayer that the electoral rolls are going to be prepared. And once those are prepared, the balance of convenience will permanently shift against us, your lordship. So if a fixed date is provided for at least for submission of the affidavits, filing of the affidavits, then the matter can be taken up, your lordship.
If I may summate, your lordship. In fact, the same law point is before the Honorable Apex Court, your lordship. In the form
Placed
of-
again on 8th of November 2020.
Obviously.
Deeply obliged.
Meet your lordship. Not at the very outset, my lord, the pursuant to your lordship's order, that has been complied with and the PSO has been restored. Second issue is that, my lord, in Silchar FT, there is one problem, my lord, perhaps my friend will be able to take care of it. But there is no sanitation facility for the litigants, members and the
No.
staff. Sanitation facility. Toilets are not there.
Sanitation, you mean in lavatory?
Yes.
So, my lord, that application we have received, I have already sent to the secretary, my lord. We'll take it up, my lord.
Mr. H.K. Das, learned amicus curiae appearing in this case submits that in terms of the order dated 31/8/2023, the PSO, personal security officer, PSO of the members of the FT have been restored and the matter is under examination. It has been restored. However, at this stage, the only other issue that calls for interference by this court is the fact that presently there is no lavatory facility available, lavatory, LAVATOR, in the FT tribunals in Kachar.
Foreigners Tribunal first Silchar Kasar.
First for an FT
Gotcha.
at Silchar, Kachar, as a result of which the litigants as well as the staff of the tribunal are facing serious inconvenience. Mr. D. Nath Lanet, Senior Government Advocate Assam, submits that the matter has been brought to the notice of the government and appropriate steps would be taken in this regard at the earliest. It is submitted at the bar that there is no other imminent issue, there is no other urgent issue calling for no other urgent issue pertaining to the functioning of the FTs in Assam that calls for immediate attention of this court. Mr. R. Dhar, Lanet, registered judicial, is present. Ms. L. Devi, Lanet CGC, is also present on behalf of the Union of India. Taking note of the submission made at the bar, this matter is directed to be posted again on immediately after posted after reopening of the Puja holidays. Immediately, no, like after the Puja.
Lordship, in these matters, the orders that the 24/6 passed by your lordship has been complied with. They have filed an affidavit to that effect, 31/7/2023. The speaking order has been annexed there.
All right, 35 and 36 is, you write that Mr. MP Chaudhary.
Yes.
Land Council for the petitioner submits that the order of this court has already been complied with and therefore.
No, one more prayer, lordship. We have submitted the original documents before the authority concerned. That may be returned to us. That has not yet been returned to us.
And a speaking order has already been passed. However, Mr. Chaudhary submits that the original documents submitted by his client have not yet been returned to them by the authorities. And at this stage, Mr. Chutia, Learned Counsel, J. Chutia, Learned Counsel appearing for the respondent in both the cases submits that the documents will be returned without any further delay. Taking note of the submissions made at the bar, both these contempt cases stand closed.
Highly obliged.
May please, your lordship, I pray for a password that is lordship, because the engaged advocate was expired and party were
It is submitted
informed.
at the bar that earlier counsel appearing for the applicant repetitioner is expired and therefore this matter will be posted again after vacation so as to make alternate arrangement. They are allowed list accordingly.
May please your lordship. Your lordship was allowed us to take dusty service upon respond number 3 and 4. Hide order dated 17/7/23. Lordship, we fail to take within time, lordship. May I pray for extension of time?
Another 3 days, not beyond that. On the request of Ms. F. Vintas, learned counsel for the petitioner, 3 days further time is granted as last chance so as to enable the petitioner to take steps for dusty service of notice upon the respond numbers 3 and 4. In terms of the order dated
17/7/23, lordship.
17/7/2023 passed by this court. Let the matter be listed again after vacation with requisite office note.
Obliged.
Item 40 and 41.
My lord, as per the last office note, my lord, dated 16/9, the containers have been served, my lord. The AD card has come returned with official endorsement.
All right, we'll just ask them to verify once again if any counsel is appeared, otherwise personal appearance. Mr. G. Rahul, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the containers in this case have already been served. However, comma, today, full stop, however, comma, today when the matter is called up, none has appeared for the respondents. Stroke containers. Therefore, before passing any further order in the matter, this court deems it fit to direct the registry to once again verify if any counsel has entered appearance on behalf of the respondents and list the matter thereafter with appropriate note. Registry to post this case again after 3 weeks.
May I just pray for a date, my lord?
Then it goes after vacation on 6th of November 2023.
Item 42 and 43.
As per last order, my lord, the respondent number 3, my lord, that earlier respondent number 3 was arrested in a police in a graft case, my lord. And now a new incumbent has come, my lord. So that we want to implement, my lord. New incumbent has joined, my lord.
New incumbent is joining the office of
Executive Engineer, PWD Roads.
Let them file an application. Mr. B. Bhumal, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that a new incumbent has joined in the office of Executive Engineer, PWD Roads, and therefore a 2 weeks time be granted for filing an application for his impediment. The prayer is not opposed by the respondents' counsel. As such, let this matter be listed again immediately after the application for impediment is brought on record.
One more prayer is that implement of respondent 2 also. Respondent 2, my lord, the correct engineer name parent is also required to be implemented.
Lordship, in this matter, joint verification has been done, and we, Dismissal has placed our proposal before the PWD, Lordship. That is the letter, Lordship.
So, my lord, I may be given liberty to implement the respondent 2 also, my lord, the present engineer.
Line add karo. The petitioner would be at liberty to implement any other official in this petition who is responsible for implementation of the court's order, subject to fulfillment of the condition precedent. A copy of the instruction dated 35/2023 issued by the communication dated 35/2023 issued by the Secretary Revenue, Dimahasa Autonomous Council be retained in the record.
Published, Lordship.
Published. Both similar, my lord, 42, 43.
43 list along with
same order may be given, madam, for implement.
the same order devoluted.
Published.
Item 44.
May I please, lordship? In the last order, we were directed to take step through register post to the private respondent, which is in the repetition by number 10. But in the order, it was reflected respondent number 9. We have taken step as per the order against the respondent number 10, but it was not accepted by the office. Therefore, my lord, kindly
What is to be done? Respond number, instead of respond number 9, it should be respond number 10.
Yes, 10.
Mr.
SU Ahmed.
S.U. Ahmed, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that due to an error in the order dated 6/4/2023, wherein the name of the respond number 9 has been mentioned instead of respond number 10 for taking steps for service of notice, comma, the steps taken by the petitioner has not been accepted by the registry. Who is appearing for respond number 9?
9, my lords, I appear.
You appear.
My lords.
Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for respond number 9, and Mr. A. Henry, learned additional senior government advocate Assam appearing for this.
1, 4 and 5 lords.
For respond number 1, 4 and 5, they also confirmed the said position. In view of the above, it is provided that notice be issued to the respond number 10 by registered post with AD within a week from today. Steps be taken accordingly. The order dated 6/4/2023 stands modified to the above extent.
Acknowledgement.
Item 45.
My lord, this matter may be fixed for admission hearing, my lord. Service has been completed. The
It is
respondents-
submitted at the bar that this matter is ready as regards service of notice and therefore can be taken up for admission. Registry to verify and list the matter in the appropriate column after 2 weeks. Yes, Mrs. Chaudhary? 47. 47 has been